Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a reading for the quite peculiar creator of the Chris Watts Revelations. In the Reckoning, they need to get some revelations in the present because they have none. She mixes up what interviews Chris Watts said what, where, quite frequently. Like, she said that Chris Watts told them in the interview at Wisconsin that he killed the girls twice. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. No, he did not. That was in Cale's book. And if you were a better and half the judge, jury, and prosecutioner, you feel like prosecutor, that she feels like she is, then she'd be doing something with her life, But here she is, and here we are, and, it's just a terrible time. It's just terrible. So anyways, I want to know, because, with her saying, oh, take your emotions out. Well, I did. Of course I did. I'm sorry. I understand how to critically think. I know how to be objective. I know how to take my emotions aside and look at the facts. You, however, do not. And you let your disdain and clear bias against Shanann and Crow Chris show. And that is what is wrong. It would be different to have a discussion and you come with legitimateness, super important guys. Like, that's just it, we want everything. We want a panel of lawyers. Like, when he should have done that, when he was, I don't know, too much of a pussy to open his damn mouth and ask for one. Like, you basically want him to get a 35C or a retrial type thing for being a pussy, for not having any balls. Well, that's his own damn fault. It's his own fault that he wants to please everybody, and that's just how he is. It's his own fault that he's been a chameleon that blends in with whatever environment that he's in. That's his own fault. He's the victim, right? He's the victim in everything. That's how it's been his whole life. That's how he's, lived his whole life. I don't know how him and Nicole Kessinger would have gotten along because they both play the victim. It must be hard for two people to play the victim in the same relationship. Anyways, Spirit guys, I want to know, did Kim Kaufman know Shanann Watts prior to the murders of Shanann Watts and her children? Did Kim Kaufman, or whoever she really is, whatever her real name is, did she know Shanann Watts prior to the murders of Shanann and her kids? If so, can you please show me how? Ah, the High Priestess. The Five of Swords. What I was about to say. The Seven of Swords. Dang. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Wow. The Two. The Two of Pentacles in reverse. The Hermit in reverse. The World in reverse. And the Four of Swords in reverse. Wow. Oof. And the Empress, too, is in reverse. So, did she know you? Did she know you? Well, damn. Damn, Kim. Or whatever your name is. That's a damn shame, girl. Okay, guys, so before I start this reading, I just want to say that everything is alleged. It's simply for entertainment purposes only. Nothing is fact. Everything, everybody's innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. All that stuff. I'm just a girl with some cards, But my cards have never lied. So, anyways. So did Kim know Shanann? With the High Priestess, obviously, the High Priestess represents knowledge. The mystery female or the mystery feminine who holds the answers to the deep unknowns. She is the creative inspiration, the guiding force, and the push behind the ending of their marriage, essentially. Kim, whoever the person is behind Chris Watts' revelation, is the same person who was the guiding force, the higher power, the mentor, the guider in causing the destruction of their relationship. The Five of Swords shows that there were arguments, disputes, hostility possibly between them in a work setting. They engaged in some type of conflict of some kind of nature with each other. And then ultimately she used her backstabbingness and the hostility in the air in order to bring about unexpected changes and uneasy energy into their relationship and use it to gain the advantage on her opponent, which was essentially Shanann. The Seven of Swords shows trying to get away with something or successfully getting away with lies, deception, trickery. Using, your intellect to manipulate, scheme, and work strategically to ensure that she had the upper hand and got away with and ensure that she was successful in finishing the task that she started out with. She wanted to take her resources. She wanted to pretty much steal her life, steal everything that she had. With the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, she wanted to get rewards and recognition, that independence, that freedom, the security, without having to put in hard work for it. She felt there was some type of security and stability that came with Shanann's life. And, obviously for her outwardly, the business that Shanann had was, that she was successful at it. And she also was already trying to portray the image of outwardly of being independent, being successfully, but it was really just like dishonesty and it wasn't truthful. She was basically only concerned with the material and superficial things. Money is the only thing that mattered to her. She's basically a gold digger kind of thing. She just wanted the wealth and the status. She didn't want the burdens, which would be the little girls. She didn't want, to come last, because basically with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, that's someone like overextending themselves, feeling like, you know, you're always last, that you're not a priority and you're not important, and you need to be shown that, basically. She wanted him to fix that imbalance so that they weren't trying to, he wasn't trying to juggle attention, you know. Basically, the path would be choose Shanann and the kids or choose just me. I'm mutually exclusive, basically. The Hermit in the reverse is networking, going out, finding teammates, making a choice between people, and asking for guidance, getting guidance and wisdom. The World card is lack of closure. That's lack of closure for the world, basically, and a lack of achievement. The Four of Swords shows rest and relaxation, but being like needing to do that, but being unable to do so. It shows paranoia, negative thinking consume her because she was putting on a facade or a show. And this is also a possible sex worker type prostitution thing as well. Like having a side hustle is that. And then the Empress reverse, this is the Mother card. So this could be she worked, you know, this was all the information that she needed was given to her by Chris Watts' mother, who told her everything she needed to know to scheme and strategize, you know, all that. But also, she was placing her nose in affairs of people where it didn't belong, like of affairs of other people. She was making little progress. She, you know, was trying to gain the skills that she needed and that she set out to achieve. And as well as feeling insecure about the control that Shanann had and the lack of control that she had for so long, because this is his mother card here and she's the guiding influence behind her. But more so it was to get him back into her control and not really have them together, which is interesting. I find that quite interesting. But, you know, the funny thing is about her, and again, this is all alleged because, you know, we're speculating, right? She's unemotional, she claims, when it comes to Shanann. And, you know, just theorizing that the autopsy matches. If it is the way he said it is. Okay. Well, you said that you were a Leo. And funny enough, I had been trying to figure out who the fire sign was. Who that fire sign was. And I was like, oh, well, that's who that fire sign's been. If you guys go back to any of my previous readings, 9 times out of 10, my Queen of Wands in the reverse or in the upright, she gonna come out. And I have been wondering who she was, and now I know. You talked about like where the bruising was and how it had to be Shanann's hand because, you know, he's right-handed. Well, Nicole Kessinger is left-handed. I saw her writing. We all saw her writing with her pen, and I'm left-handed. So, you know, the mark would be how you said it would be because, you know, he would be using his right hand. So essentially she would be using her left because that's where all her power is. You know, I just think that everybody, you might not even, as many people watch her videos, it's whatever. But anybody who watches her videos and watch mine as well, I just want to tell you, and this is from the bottom of my heart, and this is even for anybody who supports Chris. I support you supporting whoever you want to support. That's not my business. Okay? That is not my business. But what is my business and what does concern me is when these spirits, these souls, these people who were tragically taken off this planet, who already have grief and rut and grime and all these feelings that me as an empath, I have to feel first-handedly. So I do take it quite personally, but even more so, I take it quite personally when an educated conversation is being mimicked in the sake of objective thinking or rational thinking. Things are taken and they're distorted and painted into a picture that you want to paint, given facts that are not true and are not accurate. That is not being objective. That is not trying to look at it from a different point of view. That is looking at it from the point of view that you want to look at it as, and trying to convince people who do not have a brain in their skull or do not have the wherewithal to know that you're not telling the freaking truth, that you can convince them of that. But those are the only people that will be convinced of anything that you have to say, because you are a bad liar, a bad motivator, a bad boss altogether. You're a terrible boss. You're a bad leader. That's why everything that you have fails. That's why everything you try fails. Because when you're the wicked witch of whatever part of the country you live in, nothing works out for you. Things don't go like they should. If your heart is where your heart is and you are doing the things that you are doing and you are tarnishing when you know damn well that you are tarnishing someone who, I don't know what she did while she was alive. I don't know what kind of mother she was 24/7. Is that for me to know? Probably not. Does that even matter to the point that she did not kill her kids or to their deaths? No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how bossy she was. It doesn't matter what she did for the entire time that they were together, because the one fact that you cannot dispute, and nobody who hates her and calls people that try to defend her shiners, none of you can dispute the fact that she was the same person the day she walked into his life that she was the day that she was murdered. That is a constant. Nobody has ever frayed from the fact that Shanann has been the same individual, acted the same way, been the same way, everything. She's had the temper. That's just how she was, right? Because she didn't know anything was wrong. Everything was just rocking and rolling. Who changed? Who changed? Well, the one that lost all the weight, the one that started working out all the time, the one that started doing the Thrive, the one that started boinking a smelly vagina girl. You know, that one. The one that started doing drugs, you know, because if we're just, deducing what we want to deduce, well, he was on drugs. If we're just deducing what we want to deduce and we're painting it how we want to paint it, well, how? Hellfire. I think that Chris Watts and his mistress wanted to have worry-free times, and they made a plan to do that. Didn't they, Kimberly? Whatever your name is. And funny enough, just an FYI, guys, while I'm thinking of it, there is this case. It's called, it's a murder, death. April Kaufman, she was a radio host. She was a salon worker. She, like, defended veterans and stuff. She had a daughter. Her name was Kimberly Peck. Kimberly Peck still believes that her stepfather didn't have anything to do with her mom's murder, even though, you know, he was, what was he doing? Oh, because, you know, he was a doctor. They had this illegal thing going with Oxycontin or Oxytocin, or what is it that Chris Watts gave to Shanann to try to get her to overdose? What is that? Because I think it was that one. Pretty sure. With the Pagan Motorcycle Group. Have you guys heard of that one? Have you heard of that one, Kim? I'm just wondering if you had heard of it. I don't know if you have or not. But you seem delusional like the stepdaughter. You really do. Poor woman got shot down and because she wanted to divorce her husband. Her daughter didn't even have her back.